This ain't your regular history. No. This is ancient history. This is history to even the people you learn about in your regular history classes. That's twice the old and twice the intrigue. At least, I hope so. After you get to see and hear about some of the things you can learn about in ancient history through this little presentation I've put together. Now you may be asking, why should you do ancient history? What is ancient history exactly? And what will you be learning in ancient history? So, why should you do ancient history? Well, have you ever wondered how it all started? How civilization and society as we know it came to be the way it is? Because these ancient civilizations and societies are some of the first stepping stones on the way to where we are now. And looking back, you may notice some similarities and differences to the way we are now, and maybe even some things that we could have even altered over time, but still remain an integral part of our society today. What about questions of how people lived in the past, their houses, their buildings? Did they even have buildings? And if so, how did they construct them? Does that interest you? Or are you more interested in the more conventional, much more interesting constructs of the past, like the ancient pyramids, one of the great wonders of the world, or the tombs of rulers past? How did these rulers rule? Were they a great ruler, one lived out in praise of their people, and even held in high esteem in the books we read to this day? Or did they meet an unfortunate fate before or during their reign at the hands of another? Or maybe while all these things may seem interesting, you prefer a more usual form of interest, like the many ancient wars that went on in those times, or maybe even the myths and legends of the people of the past. So, in ancient history, you can have a taste of all these questions, and of course their answers. In this class together we will learn many different things from various different places and times in the world. From things like the Egyptian pyramids that I mentioned earlier, and how exactly they were made. Because those bricks that make up those giant pyramids are not small. They are quite massive and took a large number of people to move. And then there's the Trojan War, which you may have heard of, where an army invaded a city by all being packed inside a giant wooden horse which they gifted to their enemies. And how a volcano managed to preserve a lot of the past through destruction of two towns when it erupted years ago, or how the myth and legend of the Minotaur came to be. As you can see, ancient history is a very diverse and interesting area of study. I do hope you'll choose ancient history as one of your classes in the coming year, where you can learn more about all of these things, and many more. So be sure to sign up, and I'll see you all in class. Thank you for watching.